a little bit to see if YouTube gaming fucks up anymore today. And in the meantime, probably yeah. We really do need to switch to Twitch. In the meantime,
which is why we're doing this stream on YouTube Gaming.
It's whatever. Get your logic out of here.
My name is Xan Shadow, and I'm lazy.
Don't like. First off, my name is Xan Shadow, not your name. Second off, whether or not it's true doesn't make the fact that it hurts my feelings any less.
Oh, apparently YouTube didn't remember that I muted it last time, so...
Okay, so...
There we go.
Oh, okay. Ooh, crap, I almost put a Game Explain discussion link into to Twitter.
Awesome.
Okay, does YouTube say we're live for you? Because it says we're live for me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey everybody, welcome back. If you were here for the last time we streamed Kirby, I kinda sucked a lot. And by kinda sucked a lot, I mean I got a game over in goddamn Vegetable Valley. So that was pathetic. So this time we're making this right, and I'm streaming Meta Knightmare again. I did do a practice run, so if you look at the footage for the last stream, it'll say it was like an hour or something. My practice run that I did just to make sure that I was better is less than an hour. So I did practice, and we are going to do so good this time. Yeah! Anyway, I figured that this was a good time to do Kirby stuff, because Kirby Planet Robobot comes out in a week. Yeah. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. I might actually stream 3D Kirby, the Kirby Robobot extra modes next week. I think would be a fun thing to do. Especially, I'm not sure if
for the record, I won't join you for that, because I don't want to get spoiled.
You don't... Oh, there is a secret. Oh, it's just UFO Kirby. Did you know you could get UFO Kirby in the first stage, Catherine?
I don't remember if I knew that.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna put on screen share for you so that you're not behind.
That's okay, because I also won't be at my computer a lot of time, because I am in lab right now.
You are always in lab. You were born in lab.
That is not true. I don't sleep in lab.
Yet.
I have not become hardcore enough.
You are plenty hardcore, miss. You spend a majority of your time in lab some days.
I certainly spend most of my waking hours in lab. But I am in grad school. I am not really looking at the chat. But I saw Blaze Henry in the chat, so... Okay,
he's got the chat covered. He knows what's up.
He knows how to swing a banhammer.
Okay, I've got...
I also don't know why... Other people seem to say their chat's fine, but my chat is mad glitched out.
Oh, so. No, mine is too, so we're probably just going to be talking about random BS and not looking at the chat too much. I apologize. I apologize for that, especially if there's a donation comment. I very much apologize, but...
I refreshed a couple times to see if it would clear up, and it's not.
Ah, that sucks. Oh well.
I guess I could try a different browser, but I have gloves on right now.
Anyway, I hope you guys are all enjoying the MomoCon content we have for you. It was a lot of fun to do there, and it's been fun to edit too, especially since we're using John's editing setup, which is so much easier. Thank Christ.
Is that with like you guys use the 4 headsets?
Yeah. So remember at PAX East when he had that sound mixer thing? We used that. So basically, he has his headsets, and they plug into the sound mixer. And it all basically becomes one file. Now, when we were doing, when we did live playthroughs before, and even when we do like post-con playthroughs, just normal brain scratch stuff, we have multiple files, one for each person. Especially in live playthroughs, when people's mics will pick up other people's voices, that would result in a lot of echo. So and also desync, because everybody's audacities and microphones were recording at slightly different frame rates. So
frame rate's the wrong word, but
frame rate, refresh rate, whatever it's called, you know what I mean. So basically, what that meant is that when I was editing PAX East stuff a few years ago, that was probably one of the biggest pains in the asses for editing in my life, because basically people kept on coming out of sync, so I had to sync up people's voices with very quiet echoes that you hear from other people in other and also add to that was the last thing I ever used my Dazzle for, and I also had to deal with frame drops, which was obnoxious. So yeah, I am really grateful that John has this thing now, because it makes my life It's probably the easiest editing work I've done since we were editing in Windows Movie Maker, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I mean, I did have to do some fancy editing tricks for the panel just so that I could get the Corey in the house stuff, but that was...
looked really good, actually. I
Oh,
just
thank you.
Say that turned out really well with like the live footage in the corner.
Yeah, that it took a little bit of finagling, but that was pretty easy. I learned most of those tricks, learned most of those like video positioning tricks when I was doing DS games like Sonic Rush and what's this called, Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah.
So it's not too hard, but thank you. I spent a lot of time working on that, and I'm glad you liked it. Yeah.
You didn't get to see Ryan's interpretive dance.
Oh, he never actually did an interpretive dance.
I figured he did not do an interpretive dance.
Oh.
What was John's desktop background?
Some Overwatch art. I'm not sure if it was fan art or real art, but it was something related to Overwatch, which I still don't know what it is because, like,
Overwatch?
I've seen memes and pictures of the characters, and I know that Tracer has a butt. But other than that, like, I don't think I've seen an actual second of real gameplay for that game.
I have, because Jim Sterling did a thing on Overwatch this week, and he had, I think, some footage from it in there. Like,
did he like the game?
Footage.
Did he like the game?
I think so. It wasn't really a review. It was just more of a, like, discussing how Overwatch is, you know, a big deviation from, because it's a first-person shooter, but it's got more of a team-based thing versus, like, you know, it's not single player. There's no single player, and that's one thing some people dislike about it.
Which is fair.
Oh yeah, but you know what you're buying when you buy it. It's not like it's saying it's got single player and it doesn't, or like, oh, it's got single player and then it's like a really crap campaign.
Yeah, like most games that people buy for the multiplayer, the single player is really just a waste of the team's resources. Like my brother, he's been playing Call of Duty, I think it's Black Ops 2, whatever the newest Call of Duty is, and he has not touched the single player once, and he's had the game for 6 months. So, if you're gonna be making a multiplayer game, I say just make a multiplayer game. The only thing is that one Splatoon. I like the single player in Splatoon.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what I was bringing that up as a counterpoint, that Splatoon had a good single player, even though the game is mostly focused on multiplayer, because it teaches you a lot of the basic mechanics, right?
Yeah, but the thing about it, Splatoon, and this is coming from somebody who loves the single player in Splatoon, is that it's very clearly a very cheaply made single player. Like, it's clear that they didn't spend a lot of money on it. Whereas the Call of Duties, for instance, tend to have a lot of bigger, flashier special effects and stories that are quote-unquote supposed to mean something. Hashtag press F to pay respects. So yeah. I don't know. It doesn't, you know what? It would be very interesting to compare the single-player campaigns of a Call of Duty and a Splatoon, and see, like, where if you can tell... Well, I guess, like, one of the things where I'm saying that you can tell that they spent more money is that they often get, like, celebrity voice actors for people in Splatoon... Not Splatoon. In Call of Duty and Battlefield and things like that. I mean, if you can have both a good single-player and a good multiplayer, you know, even better. But generally speaking, focusing on one results in a better one as opposed to something half-assed. So, yeah.
I mean, duh. You have finite resources, and you can either divide the resources or focus them on one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sounds like actually the Behemoth with Castle Crashers and Battle Block Theater did a really good job at figuring out how to do single player and multiplayer effectively, because though I mean Castle Crashers, would you say Castle Crashers has a good single player?
The only thing about Castle Crashers single player is that since the game, I don't think the game scales the difficulty very much for single player versus multiplayer, so I died a lot. I mean, granted, Castle Crashers it's your basic beat 'em up, so it's a very tried and true formula, and that is the kind of game that is satisfying to play single player, but has always been designed to be played with friends. But yes, but that's a good single player experience. There are just some games though that are just not designed with multiplayer in mind at all. Read New Super Mario Brothers,
whatever.
Yeah, I mean we're doing Rayman Legends for the channel right now, and I still think, even though I think that Rayman Origins is overall the better game, I will say that Rayman Legends is better designed for multiplayer than Origins is. Just because Origins is a lot harder. So, yeah. Okay, so
It's Origins that had the music levels, right?
Legends has the music levels. They're basically kind of a replacement for Origins treasure chase sequences. Treasure chest chase sequences, which are amazing. I love the music for that because basically, in order to unlock the Land of the Living Dead level, which is obnoxiously hard, but
I've
really
seen
fun.
that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
You need to beat, I believe it's either 8 or 10 treasure chest levels, where the level starts off and you see this cartoon treasure chest, and he starts thinking of, and the thought bubble pops up, and you see a little cartoon of Rayman beating up the treasure chest, and then he starts running away from you. It's
kind of like is it called Nabbit in New Super Mario whatever?
Yeah, basically only way more nuts because all of the platforms around you start like crumbling and moving around a lot. It's a lot of fun, and the music is fantastic. Noise, yeah. That's part of why I like Origins better than Legends is it's a little bit harder, but so it's a little bit more satisfying when you get everything done. And there's also less gimmicks to all the levels, like there's no Murphy, for instance, and
I hate Murphy.
Murphy, and especially Glowbox in the Murphy levels, is just obnoxious.
I hate Glowbox too. There are so few NPCs in Rayman that I like.
Well, I like
the fairy in Rayman too. I like the fairy in Rayman 1's okay, but like, why can't you teach me to run right away? Why do you wait until
the magician's a pretty cool. The magician's a cool NPC in the first.
Magician, I
but
love that dude.
Do you know the twist in Rayman Origins?
No. Should you not spoil me to it?
Yeah, the magician is in Rayman Origins though.
Okay.
I don't like his redesign though because they made him a teensy instead of keeping him like the Rayman lookalike.
No. Oh, I loved him, and I loved him with his he had a silly hat and his hair covered his eyes.
Oh, he still has those features, but he's just not a Rayman anymore. So my headcanon is that they're two separate characters.
I buy that for $1. I like
Catherine, do you even know what movie that quote is from?
No, I don't.
RoboCop.
Okay, I haven't seen RoboCop.
Oh, I haven't either, but I just know what the quote's from.
Okay. Do you want a reward?
Yes, give me money. Now. Please, Catherine, please give me money.
No, I can't use the donate button.
Aw. No, you just wouldn't use the donate button because you spent all your money on Meebos.
To be fair, I saved a lot of money on Meebo.
You say, yeah, that's true. If you guys are interested in Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, hashtag watch Ted and Catherine play Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Yeah, almost all of the Wave 2 and 3 Amiibo are like 50 to 60% off. So you should get on that because it's pretty...
On Amazon.
On Amazon.
In the US.
In the US.
I have no idea if it's different elsewhere, but...
I think it's just Timmy and Tommy that are not.
Yeah, Timmy and Tommy. I really wanted them.
Also, if you wanted KK Slider, the 3-pack is now down to I think like $13. So essentially, you're buying KK Slider and getting Reese and Cyrus for free. So get on that if you haven't already. Yeah. So you got everybody but Timmy and Tommy because they weren't on sale, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Are you gonna get Kirby Amiibo next week?
We shall see.
That means you're going to get more amiibo than you have justifying getting, right?
To be fair, my finances are not that bad, even, you know.
Yeah. I saved a gift card that I got from my birthday for Kirby Robobot Amiibo and game. I believe that I'll be able to get everything. I think I'll only have to spend like $15 on everything if I get all of the Kirby Amiibo, the game, and Isabelle. Because Summer Isabelle comes out next week, too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You and your Isabelle addiction.
I'm not as bad as Mia.
That's true, but then again, you've also probably put like 200 hours into Amiibo houses, so you know, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys heard about Catherine's Happy Home Designer addiction? It's pretty simple.
Sorry if that was loud.
No, it's fine. You're doing your lab. Catherine, this is your advisor. Why are you doing video games instead of lab?
That's exactly what his voice sounds like. What? Oh yeah, you can take that. Sorry.
You see, I was joking about getting Catherine in trouble, and then I actually got Catherine in trouble.
That was not the advisor.
Oh. What would happen if the advisor joined us for the stream?
He would not, because as soon as I saw him, I would vacate the stream.
Well, guys, sorry, I'm out. Daddy's gonna get me in trouble. The advisor is not Catherine's father. I was making a joke.
Yeah. That would be weird.
A little bit, yeah. Although nepotism is a thing that happens, so it wouldn't be unheard of.
I don't think anyone would, I don't think any advisor, any professor would let their child be their graduate student.
I'm sure it's happened. I mean, I'm not saying that it would be a good idea or that it would be ethical, but it's definitely happened.
I do know of people who have dated and or married their graduate students, which is actually really bad practice.
Oh, certainly, especially considering that your grad students are probably a lot younger than you are, if I had to guess. Like, The Nutty Professor, that's it. I've never seen this movie, but apparently in the original version, it was a professor who was dating his undergrad student, I believe, and in order to make it less sketchy, they made the girl a graduate student in the remake.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's still kind of sketchy, but not as sketchy.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of the new anime? I don't know why I'm asking, but it's just...
You mean like anything that's this season?
Yeah.
No, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I was trying to see if this works better in Chrome. And now I'm gonna have to quickly mute it. I'm just trying to get the chat to work.
Ah, okay.
Because it's kind of weird not knowing what anyone is saying.
That's just real life. You
Okay,
see, before
great.
the internet, we just didn't know what anybody else was thinking.
Okay. This is weird.
What
okay,
happens?
yeah, it's working. No, it's working in Chrome. All right.
Of course it's working in Chrome. Google's trying to make you use Google.
Ah, those crafty people.
You know, most people say crafty bastards. And I know you sometimes say naughty words, because when we were doing...
Because you've seen me get angry at video games.
No, I think like the first time I ever heard you swear, you were playing Chow Garden, and like your Chow did something you didn't want it to do, and then you got really angry, and I just wasted a life to get a life, awesome. And then your Chow did something you didn't want it to do, and you got really angry, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
I don't remember that. I think I was too angry.
It was a long time ago, probably like a year and a half ago.
It probably fell in the water or something.
Yeah. I also remember you calling it a stupid affectionately a lot.
Oh, you stupid. They're so stupid. I love them.
Catherine, guess what? They're
What?
never making a Chow Garden 3.
Dude, don't even joke about that.
You will never get your Chow Garden ever again. Oh yeah, that's something I really you have to you have to go to the Great Sonic Adventure debate and bring up the Chow Garden just to piss off Gareth.
Oh, absolutely. Garrett's gonna kick me out. Garrett's gonna call security.
Also, it's just a straight up point in favor of Sonic Adventure 2 in that the Chow Garden is just way better. It just is.
The Chow Garden, I'm being serious here. The Chow Garden is objectively better.
Oh,
in
of
Sonic
course.
Adventure 2.
It just is.
First of all, I think there were also changes that were made in Sonic Adventure DX, which is the only version I played of Sonic Adventure because I don't own a Dreamcast. And never have, and probably never will. There were changes made in the DX version. So but even in the original Sonic Adventure 2, it's a lot better because first of all, you have the Chaos Drives, which allow you to increase their stats without adding animal parts. In case you don't like that, but also the Chaos Drives only increase one stat and don't lower any because the animals lower a stat. They won't tap into the value of the stat, but they'll basically tap into the XP for each stat. You can think of it that way.
So they won't ever rank down a stat, but they will make it harder to rank up.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for don't quote me on this because I am by far not a Chao Garden expert. I think they might have added Chao Karate into Sonic DX.
Um,
Maybe. I
Sonic Adventure DX, there's no
yeah.
Chow Karate. It's
There,
just Chow Races, and it's not nearly as extensive as the Chow Races in
huh?
SA2's
I'm
Chow Garden.
surprised. It should have been relatively easy to just add the extra Chao Garden content from Adventure 2 Battle
It's
over.
almost like Sonic Team was lazy.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah. But you know, I never really understood how most of the Chao Garden stuff worked when I was a kid. So that's why I never.
only knew because I only knew because I looked on GameVax.
Okay, I didn't think to do that. So it didn't.
Because I wanted to do competitive chow breeding.
Oh man.
Ted looked up how to get like. Ted, you probably knew. To be fair, you probably knew what like EVs and IVs were long before I did.
Well,
'Cause
when did you
and-
look them up? Because they were actually a very new thing for me when I was just like, what the hell are you talking about EV training for a really long time? It was probably like right before Gen 4 came out, I think, was when I first learned about EVs and IVs.
I don't know actually because I don't remember precisely when. It was definitely post Gen 3 though. I love those ghosts with the halos, by the way.
Even though Light Kirby is probably the most pointless Kirby power-up in the history of the series.
Sleep.
No, sleep is there to be the
yeah,
joke
it's an obstacle.
Not to mention that there are those things like in Kirby, in Triple Deluxe and Return to Dreamland, there are rooms where sleep is an obstacle, like where if you run into the... So, it has a point, it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
Light is just like, you use it like 3 times to light up a room, and then that's it. So,
I'm sure, for the record, I'm sure there's another, like in... There's got to be another pointless power-up in like freaking Squeak Squad or
not that I can think of.
Come on, Gen 7, or it was. It's probably dead by now.
Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright is actually an easier boss than Paint Roller, so I'm not sure why they're in World 3 and he's not in World 3, but whatever. Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright are really easy.
His mask was on fire when he died.
Who? Meta Knight?
Yeah, he died, he fell apart, and his mask just remained on fire.
Was I attacked by a fire enemy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I should have known the answer to that question, but I have a 5-second memory, so...
That's okay. I just love that his mask, his metal mask, was on fire somehow.
It is a very tough mask.
Indeed.
That can catch... Catherine, you have to know some metals that are capable of catching fire with your science powers.
Yeah, I mean there are, but they also, the ones I can think of that are flammable also would just catch fire in the air.
What do you mean by that? You mean
like,
just by being out in oxygen?
Yeah, oxygen. They react with oxygen or water.
Okay, so it's like rust, only it kills you.
It's like rust, only it kills you.
I was making a joke.
Well, actually,
Rust is a little different, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. You can ruin my jokes if you want. That's fine.
Rust never sleeps. I love that saying.
I don't get it.
It means that you can't stop rust.
Sure you can. You just get anti-rust stuff.
Someone said raritanium. Yes.
Is that an actual thing?
It's a thing in Ratchet and Clank. It's
okay.
It's not a real life thing.
Is it like what they use to make their fake weapons?
It's what you get this one guy who then gives you something as a reward for getting him raritanium.
Oh,
they're Poppy Bros. Those Poppy Bros, they're pink.
It's really weird seeing Poppy Bros in Nightmare and Dreamland in a lot of the earlier games, because before Bomb was a power, they were just standard enemies all over the place. So I keep on thinking that I should get Bomb from these guys, but you can't. But if you suck up Crash one of these guys, Poppy Bros Senior, you get Crash, which is awesome.
I forgot about that. There's PJ, this speedrunner I follow, he has a GIF from Superstar of Kirby's just standing there, and he had computer-controlled Poppy Bros as the helper, and computer-controlled Poppy Bros throws a bomb, that bounces off the wall and kills Poppy Bro. He blew himself up.
Catherine, you just made me blow myself up. Why did you?
Blew yourself up.
No, Poppy Bros blew me up, actually.
Was it Big Poppy Bro or Little Poppy Bro?
Little Poppy Bros don't throw bombs in this one.
Oh, okay.
Only Big Poppy Bros. Catherine, name the first game that Poppy Bros appeared in.
Like as Poppy Bros?
Like, just ever.
Like, weren't they in the original?
Yes,
the original, like Kirby.
They were. You have earned your Kirby stars.
Yeah.
Catherine, if you were a real girl gamer, you'd be able to tell this was the first game Sonic the Hedgehog ever appeared in.
The what? Sonic the Hedgehog 1?
No, actually, Sonic first appeared in a racing game by Sega as a yeah. Although, yeah, Sonic's first appearance wasn't actually Sonic the Hedgehog. Fun fact. I learned this at the Sonic fan panel at MomoCon.
How was that, by the way?
It was good. It was a Sonic. It was a Sonic.
Like the nerdiest thing you could have done.
Oh yeah, basically. And it's also a Sonic panel, so it was a lot of really yelling and screaming people. Although when they said Adventure 1 or Adventure 2, the Adventure 2 screams were louder, so Adventure 2 wins. Buh.
Well, to be fair, I agree, but I prefer Adventure 2. But whenever people do those option 1, option 2, option 2 always screams louder.
I'm trying to think if there was a instance in the game in that panel when that didn't happen. I think John recorded it, so it should be up soon.
Oh, he.
I think he recorded it. He used the same camera that we used to record the brain scratch stuff.
But it wasn't his panel, was it?
No, but he was there, and Tails channel asked him to. So.
Oh, okay. I was just worried because I'm
trying to remember. I think
it's not cool to record and upload someone else's panel unless you have their permissions.
He was asked to because he has a nice camera too.
Yeah, that worked real nice.
I can think of one thing from that panel. They were asking whether they thought Sonic and the Black Knight or Sonic and the Secret Rings was worse, and Secret Rings they said it was worse. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, well.
Secret Rings is worse, but have you played both?
I've played neither.
You played?
I have played neither of those games, and I am in no desire to play either of them.
Black Knight's not terrible.
That's a ringing endorsement. I can think of many games that rank as better than not terrible.
Like Spyro Season of Ice?
That game is terrible.
How about Spyro 2 Season of Flame?
It's not Spyro 2. Shut up.
It's Spyro 2 Season of Flame.
It's not the Spyro 2 I know.
What if Ripto was in it?
They tried that with Enter the Dragonfly.
Which is the best Spyro game.
Oh my gosh, that game is so bad.
When are you gonna LP Spyro Enter the Dragonfly?
When I find it. I don't have a copy anymore. I traded it in like years ago when I was a kid because I got it and I was like, why is this game so awful? And then I remember trading it in because I was just like, I don't want to look at this anymore. It's so bad. It was so offensively bad to me.
How old were you when Enter the Dragonfly came out?
Okay, so I was 10 when Year of the Dragon came out.
That's Spyro 3, right?
Yeah, that's Spyro 3. And so Enter the Dragonfly probably only came out a year or two afterwards, so I was probably like 12 or so.
Okay, so you were old enough to know this is a bad game and turn it in.
I was old enough to be very confused. And, like, because it was... I think I was just old enough to be like... This is a video game. This is Spyro. This isn't like the other ones.
Well, it's structured like the other ones, isn't it? It's just bad.
It's just really bad. So, first of all, instead of having... and then I think this was after... So I played Spyro 3. That was my first Spyro game. And then I played 2, and then I played 1. So I went
that was a weird order. Yeah.
Well, 3 had just come out when I played it, when I got it and played it. And then I got 2 because it was yeah. I don't know why I got 2 before 1, but
you like 2? 3 is your favorite or 2 is your favorite?
3 is my favorite.
3 is your favorite. Okay.
Yeah, 2 is also really good, but I think 3 made some slight but noticeable improvements over the formula that they implemented 2. Because basically, I mean, all 3 games are collectathons, but starting with Spyro 2, they decided to add sort of like mini games and little challenges to the levels to kind of make like
hockey.
Break it up.
Like hockey.
What?
Like hockey.
Oh, I did not like that mini game. I am very bad at the hockey mini game.
You got the skill point though.
I did get the skill point. I had the super flame, and I just super flamed everything. You can't super flame all your problems, but I can try.
I flame it every day.
420 blaze it.
No, 420 flame it.
Okay.
Okay. So why do you like Spyro 3 better than 2?
So first of all, I really like some of the multiple characters. The only multiple character actually I dislike is Bentley, the Yeti. Not Bentley. It's not
poor Sly is gonna be so sad.
I know, right? But because he's slow. But Sheila's so much fun. Sheila's a kangaroo, and she can jump, she can double jump and go super high. It's a ton of fun. And
so she flames it too? Okay.
She goes super high, dude.
Man.
You get to play as a flying penguin. That's fun. And you get to play as a space monkey with a little gun thing.
I remember him from the GBA games.
Agent 9, yes, I love Agent 9. He's crazy, I love him. So I like the multiple characters for the most part. The level aesthetics, to me, I think were a little more interesting in Spyro 3. Obviously, that's pretty subjective. But the other really design thing I think they made a lot better about Spyro 3 is in Spyro 2, say there's a challenge at the end of the level, towards the end of the level, for example, the hockey minigame. In Spyro 2, if you're coming back to the level to do that challenge, maybe you didn't feel like doing it the first time and you left, or in the case of certain levels like Sunny Beach, where you can't access certain challenges until you go to the next world because of the abilities Spyro learns. So if you go back to the level in Spyro 2, you basically have to just run through the entire level to get to the challenge. There's no shortcut. In Spyro 3, every level added a little shortcut in one form or another. It always had to it always was based on the sort of level. Like in Fireworks Factory, you're shot out of a cannon. There's a cannon at the beginning of the level, which only appears after you've cleared the level, and you can get in that cannon and it'll shoot you to the end of the level. So Spyro 3 added these really convenient shortcuts to make it easier when you did need to backtrack. So I thought that was a really smart design choice.
That's part of why I like Banjo-Tooie more than Banjo-Kazooie. I know that you didn't like Banjo-Kazooie too much from what you played. But part of why I like Banjo-Tooie more is that although the levels are a lot bigger, there's also warp points all over the place. So backtracking is never too cumbersome for me. And also, there were some points in, you were talking about, there were some levels where you needed certain abilities in order to get whatever the collectibles were in Spyro. I don't remember. Not gems.
It depends on the game. I mean, there's gems in all the games. In Spyro 2, it's orbs, and in Spyro 3, it's eggs.
Okay. But in one thing about Banjo-Kazooie that was actually kind of annoying is that there were 2 instances of a level where you didn't have the ability you needed, so you had to go backtrack. There's only 2 instances of it. There's only 2 instances of it, which makes it really annoying when it does happen. Whereas in Banjo-Tooie, you need later abilities for levels more often. But the levels interconnect. So there's a water pipeline in Glitter Gulch Mine, the mine level, from the water level, Jolly Roger's Lagoon. So making it really easy to go back and forth. Not to mention that since the game is structured more like a Metroidvania, it just kind of makes more sense. So And I know that that's somewhat of a subjective thing, because I know that, generally speaking, most people prefer Kazooie 1 to Kazooie 2 to Tui. I think part of it has to do with that I played Tui first, so that's what I'm used to. But both are fantastic games. It's just a matter, I guess it's just a matter of, Spyro is definitely more structured than Banjo-Kazooie, because Spyro is not like a literal straight line, but a relatively linear path to the end with stuff that you can choose to go for, like challenges and stuff, from what I can tell at the very least. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, the levels, like, the architecture feels open, but ultimately, it feels more open than something like Crash.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I look at Crash, having never played Crash, but I look at Crash and I see it's basically a hallway.
Yes.
And there's challenges in the hallway that you can do.
It's essentially a 3D, 2D platformer.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. On the other hand, Spyro is ultimately relatively linear, but it feels more spacious.
Yes.
It feels like a real area that you're exploring.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I don't think I even realized that it was like I had I didn't have the same concept of like linear versus non-linear gameplay, and I think to me as a kid it felt very open.
Yeah.
Compared to a 2D game.
Yeah, but the difference between Spyro and Banjo is that Spyro has more direction. It's just like, go this way, whereas Banjo is a sandbox, where you just explore the levels at your own pace. So whether you prefer one or the other, I think is more of a preference thing, rather than a more objective thing. Have you seen the footage or the screenshots for Yooka-Laylee?
I only know a little bit about that, honestly, because I don't do Kickstarters.
Okay, just in general?
Yeah, I don't. I'm a very risk-averse person. So
okay, that makes sense. And I mean, with stuff like Mighty Number 9, making it hard for me to prove your... I mean, for every Mighty Number 9, there's a Shovel Knight and a Shantae, but it's still, like, Mighty Number 9 is $4 million. Catherine, you were an anime fan. Did you cry on your prom night?
I didn't go to prom.
Did you cry?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Have you seen that trailer? The Mighty Number 9?
No.
Oh, it's terrible. Basically, they're trying to sell this game to people, and one of the lines is, "You'll make the enemies cry like anime fans on prom night," is one of the actual lines in their trailer. And it pissed a lot of people off. Because guess who funded Mighty Number 9? Hence, it was an awful lot of anime fans.
Animu fans.
Animu. Not to mention that the game's graphics just look awful. And the gameplay just looks, eh. Oh, this room's obnoxious, for the record, because this room you are intended to do with Parasol Kirby, and you have to do with Meta Knight, who does not control exactly like regular Kirby, with the floating. So generally speaking, my advice is to just take some hits, and then get to the end of the level that way.
Or, die.
Yeah.
Ted, before we go on, we have a generous donation from Aura Guardian ML.
Oh, thank you.
He wanted to say that, wanted to say that you're one of my biggest highlights at MomoCon, tied with John. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, thank you, dude. It was nice to meet you too. I do remember meeting him, and that was a lot of fun. I am probably gonna die here. I'm almost
Don't do it.
I can't. I'm kind of stuck at this point.
Meta Knight has so much to live for.
Nope, he's dead.
Like TV and figurines.
So you're saying that my figure will be popular?
Oh, now I see why you were stuck.
I do have screen share on that you can check.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've had it on for like a half hour.
Okay, sorry. Because before I was away from computer.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can see it.
AFC, away from computer. When are you gonna be AFL, away from lab?
Normally when I'm AFL, I'm AFC, away from consciousness and asleep.
Oh, so, chat, do you know what these characters' names are? These are the Meta Knights.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
They're Meta Knights Knights, so they're the Meta Knights.
Why aren't they Meta Knight's Knights?
Cause that's a stupid name. Ah, damn it! I hate when enemies spawn on my face. Honestly,
I was a big fan. He just wanted Meta Knight Senpai to notice him.
I think that these Meta Knight rooms are the hardest parts of the game when you're playing in Meta Knightmare. Ironically enough. Because there's so
Meta
many
Knight-
enemies, they have a lot of range, and they appear out of nowhere sometimes, so they can sneak up on you like that. Ah, damn it.
Meta Knight's just trying to give himself a good challenge.
Oh no, yeah, that's basically the whole point of Meta Knightmare mode. But yeah,
I feel like killing things today.
I'm really excited for Kirby Planet Robobot for another Meta Knight mode. I believe this isn't the only game with a Meta Knight mode. Superstar
Really?
Ultra has a Meta Knight mode, which is actually probably the most cohesive way to play that game because I believe you play through all of the main stories in that.
Oh, cool.
That's one of the big things I dislike about Superstar is that it's not a very cohesive package. It's like 4 really good ideas for a game slapped together for like 4 really good ideas for individual games. Like Milky Way Wishes would be a fantastic game on its own. Great Cave Offensive would be a fantastic game on its own, so on and so forth. And they're all just kind of done halfway and slapped into the same package. So that's one of my big issues about Superstar. Not that it's not a good game, it's just not structured great.
Why does it matter that it's...
Everything...
I guess I don't see why it matters that there's smaller games stuck together.
It feels like it's wasted potential to me. Like they could have, there's not a lot of focus overall. And I mean the game's very polished, so that's good. It's just there's so much more they could have done with all of those different ideas, so it feels very wasted to me.
Those Waddle Dees are blue.
Yeah, they're blue.
Why'd they do that?
They were just born blue. Do you have a problem with blue people, Catherine? Huh? Meta
No.
Knight's blue. Are you saying there can't be blue?
I like how you said that as Meta Knight was glaring from the cannon. I love how he just glares. He doesn't put on the cute little hat that Kirby does.
Nope. Oh yeah, the army hat, which I still don't... I don't know why they give you the ability to duck in and out of the cannon when it doesn't do anything.
They wanted you to be able to teabag the cannon.
Why would you want to do that? What did that cannon ever do to you, huh?
No, but people seem obsessed with doing it in every other game.
Well, not as much as... No, yeah, teabag... you want to know what my least favorite thing in Splatoon is? When people squid bag you. That is, like, on your kill...
Ew,
Like,
that just sounds gross.
well, I mean, you explode, so basically what happens is that the game will focus on the character, the player that killed you for a little bit, and then they'll just keep on turning in and out of a squid. When they, while they know the camera's still on you. I hate that because they're being obnoxious assholes. Not to mention that teabagging has homophobic connotations to it, but whatever. Yeah, so it's just, I try not to do it because I try not to be a dick. At the very least, to people I don't know. If I know you, then I'm gonna be a dick to you. Because that makes sense, right?
Duly noted.
Duly noted that it makes sense?
No, because you know me. You'll be mean.
Oh, I'm never... Catherine, have I ever been mean?
Yes.
Name 3 times when I've been mean.
You never listen to me when you do this.
I always listen to you when you give me 3...
Name 3 times when I didn't.
Well, you see, there aren't 3 times because you never give me 3 good answers. You either give me crappy answers, or you just don't do it.
I just want to insert one of Waver's exasperated faces from Phase 0. Which he does a lot.
Oh, not... what about Ganondorf's grumpy face?
Oh, that's your thing, though.
Okay.
I can't steal your thing
Yeah,
when
sure.
it comes to
Sure you can.
reaction pics. I don't want to steal. I have to be very. You have to be very judicious about stealing reaction pics. You know.
You want... I love that I can tell when you stole a GIF from Twitter, because when you upload it, it doesn't stay as a GIF, it stays as a short video file that doesn't loop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Twitter doesn't play GIFs as GIFs, it plays them as videos. So it's not your fault, it's
Really?
Twitter's fault. Twitter's being dumb.
Oh, that's annoying because I love my little the gifts I have. I have so like.
You've stolen a lot of GIFs from Carolina.
Shout out to Kara who's in the chat.
Hello, Caro. Yeah, so she's gonna be at MomoCon, right?
Yeah,
Not
she is.
not MomoCon, too many games. She was at MomoCon
yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
So
How was MomCon?
mom, it was a pretty good con. Like there were moms there, and I slept with all of them. Yeah.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah. No, but Momocon was good.
Twixnex said, "Who broke into my meme vault?"
Oh, Catherine,
I just took a small loan of 100 memes.
100.
I'll pay you back.
I got a small loan of 1 million memes from my father.
What is that from? I feel like
A Donald Trump interview.
a fake one.
No, a real one.
Wait,
He took. He referred to $1 million loan from his parents as a small loan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
His parents are rich?
Yeah, the Trump. Fun fact: Donald Trump has actually lost like several $billions from the business that he inherited from either his parents or his grandparents. So yeah, he's a great businessman, and he will hashtag make Morica great again. Catherine, are you going to vote for King DDD? He will make Dreamland great again.
I'm sure he will. I am actually not registered to vote because I, live in Massachusetts, so my vote really doesn't matter because if I vote Republican, it's going to go Democrat anyways, and if I vote Democrat, it's going to go Democrat anyways. So I used to vote independent, but then I didn't bother with voter registration, so I stopped caring. So I'm not registered to vote.
I say we write in King DDD. What do you say?
If I were registered to vote, I would possibly consider doing that.
You can register to vote whenever you want.
I don't know how.
You go to wherever you're.
They've sent about 5 forms to my house, my apartment, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You go to City Hall, you fill out a form, and then boom, you're registered to vote. It takes like 20 minutes.
Oh, but City Hall keeps stupid hours.
Oh yeah, stupid hours from when I'm in lab o'clock to when I'm still in lab o'clock.
Exactly. You know my schedule perfectly.
Well, it's always the same, so you know.
Yeah, it's from when I'm in lab to when I'm leaving lab.
You know, Catherine, I have a kind of a radical idea that will get you to do more things that you want to do. Okay, are you staying with me? Because I know it might be a little bit confusing for you.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, it's not going to lab.
No. But yeah, so I know I'm like the anti whatever. Like everyone's like, you should vote, it matters, and I'm like.
Well, if all the people who said that they don't vote because it doesn't matter voted, it would matter, like a lot.
Not in Massachusetts, honestly. Like that's what it comes down to. Is in Massachusetts.
Well, not for the presidential elections, but for things like Senate and governor specifically, because Massachusetts, I don't think is at a no, Deval Patrick was Democratic, I believe.
Yeah.
But a lot of Massachusetts governors in the past 20 or so years have been Republican. So
I don't know if a lot is a fair statement.
A number of them.
We've had people in office for. Like, people in Massachusetts, I don't know how long Patrick was in office, but...
A couple of years.
But
Mitt Romney was... Mitt Romney
was in office. I think that's the thing, though. Like, they tend to serve a decent amount of time, so...
Oh, the past couple elections, I guess, is more what I meant. We should probably stop talking about politics before the chat explodes.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Actually, so ironically, I was refilling my salt.
Why do you need salt for your chemistry?
When things go wrong, I need to be salty about it.
Well, other than that.
Do you really want to know? Okay, so we use it to help get water out of your organics.
Oh, that actually makes sense because like salty foods will give you dry mouth.
Yeah, something like that. I come back to chat too late.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, one last thing that I thought was funny. I was walking to ballet class the other day, and I walked by. Actually, I know exactly which building it was because it's the building where my lab mate lives. That's also owned by our university. And there was like a handmade sign in one of the windows that just said Trump. It didn't even say like Trump 2016.
No, he's playing poker and he's just really happy that he's got a Trump card.
Yeah, he's got a Trump card. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that there's a variation of poker that has a Trump card. I think it's games like euchre have Trumps though. My parents are card sharks. They would know more about this than I would. Oh, you want to know what really annoys me? RPG casinos really annoys me because I've been playing Dragon Quest V recently, and I lost so much money in the RPG casino. Well, I didn't lose money. I spent a lot of time in the RPG in that game's casino, resetting the game. Thankfully, they put a save point in the casino, so good for me.
They
But
knew what you were gonna do.
oh yeah, so at the very least, they cut out the BS, which I appreciate. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in there, and in the end, I think I took me like a half hour to get a plus of 50 tokens, I think, and so I bought 100 tokens. It took me like a half an hour of playing the poker table to get 150, and then so I went down. I went to exchange. The cheapest thing on the thing was 300 tokens, so I said fuck this and left. Hashtag.
Better or worse than Voltorb Flip?
Oh, Voltorb Flip sucks. I mean, then again, Pokemon was like the one series that I never... My sister was eerily good at the slot machine. Like, she could stop those reels wherever she wanted. So,
Is it like that in Pokemon? Is it like real? Like, because I know in actual casinos, slot reels are like legit random.
I think there is some amount of timing to at least some of the machines in some of the games. I don't. It was Gen 1 specifically that she played the most, so I'd have to check for that game too. I also know that that all the slot machines have different odds in Pokemon.
I remember reading that in the strategy guide.
Yeah. But my sister was just really good at the slot machines. For me personally, whenever I wanted a Pokemon or a TM, I'd just spam the Elite Four and then buy tokens.
Yep. I think that's the way a lot of people did it.
Well, for like, if you compare it to to other RPGs, tokens in Pokemon are actually pretty cheap, and you don't spend the money on as much because there's no equipment in Pokemon. It's just like you're really only spending money on healing items in Pokemon. And Pokeballs.
Maybe they expected more people to use like Carboses and those items,
yeah, but those are honestly, I sell every EV item that I find because they give you a lot of money, like almost as much as a nugget if you find them. So,
and you get EVs normally from fighting. So.
Not that they matter when you're playing single player anyway. I mean, you could honestly, for when you're playing single player, the EVs and IV, I mean, they help. It's obviously better to have a Pokemon with the right nature and stuff like this, but you can have non-optimal Pokemon and get through just fine in a single player run. Easily.
Oh, obviously.
You just need a team with good type coverage, and
that's what I did as a kid. I didn't know what any of these things were, and I still managed to stop the Elite Four.
Yeah, stop. No, they're only the bad guys in the manga.
No, I said stomp.
Oh, I thought you said stop.
Like, I took my foot and I stepped on them.
Now, stomp is kind of a weird move. I think it's like one of those moves that has a special thing. Like if your opponent uses minimize.
Yeah. I love that. I love that they did. That's so subtle. Like it's so random. I wish they did more of that.
The only other, I mean, I'm sure that there are other instances, but the only other thing that I can remember like that is defense curl rollout.
Yep, the defense curl. If you use defense curl, it boosts rollout. I mean, there's the Twister. Is it Twister with Fly?
Yeah, and Earthquake.
Damage. Earthquake and Dig.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that for Dive, though. At least not in Gen.
Maybe
3.
Water. Maybe Whirlpool. Maybe.
Not in Gen 3. I remember. I do remember. Like, I did say some of that stuff, but yeah.
What did you look up? Like Gen 3 strats?
Yeah.
What Gen 3 game did you play?
When I got Emerald, I wanted to do the Battle Frontier, and for that it does help.
Oh yeah. Battle Frontier is essentially like doing competitive matches. A lot of the time.
Except with AI.
Yeah. Want to know what's Battle Frontier pisses me off. It might be the Leaf Green Fire Red equivalent because one of the people in there has a shiny Espeon. Like, will always have a shiny Espeon. And it's really obnoxious. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Did you play Fire Red and Leaf Green?
Yeah. Leaf Green.
Leaf Green. Hashtag Leaf Green win.
You.
What started...
So many UFOs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't suck up the UFOs because we're Meta Knight and not Kirby. Oh, I gotta beat up 2 Mr. Frosties, though.
Oh, man. Double the butt.
Mr. Frosty's adorable.
Butts.
booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
I was making an Earthbound speedrun reference. Apparently, it's tradition to name the player Butts, 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 Butt.
So poo is just butt?
No. There's a spot where you get to input the player name, and it's 24 characters. So it's tradition to name it Butts, 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 Butt.
Oh, okay.
They named all the characters Jeff. All 4 of them were Jeff. The favorite food was Jeff. The favorite thing was Jeff. And I don't remember what the other thing was that they got to set, but everything was Jeff.
Jeff is the kid with the glasses, right?
Yeah, the one who uses like bottle rockets.
Yeah, I know Ness and Pooh are easy for me to remember. Paula's the girl, I think.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, I don't find the characters in Earthbound particularly memorable. Although I will say,
What's going on? You got killed. That's what's happening.
I found you, Faker. Faker, I think you're the fake Meta Knight around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. Catherine, this is when
He's got way more health than you.
Catherine, that's when you say, I'll make you eat those words. And then I go, you won't even get the chance.
I can't do it Antonio Banderas voice.
It's...
Oh, his mask broke. He's so cute.
Yeah, see, this, I haven't gotten a game over once yet. I mean, my time's gonna be slower than my practice time, but I expected that because I'm fucking around and talking, so... Yeah, as long as
I don't care as long as you beat it.
Yeah, apparently you do get continues in Meta Knightmare. You just can't save. So if you give up, you have to start all over.
Oh, okay.
That was my bad. So we could have kept going last time, but honestly, that performance was so pathetic, I don't think I deserved to go on. So, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think Meta Knight wears a mask because he wants to hide how cute he is.
He's probably really insecure about it. Like, he doesn't want people to be like, oh, no, you're so cute. Stop. I am a serious trained warrior.
He wants to be a vamp.
Yeah. Only he's a cute motherfucker instead of a badass. Well, I mean, he's kind of badass, I guess.
He tries.
He tries very hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for Robobot.
Robobot's gonna be fantastic.
It's so much fun. The mech, like Ted and I got to play the demo at PAX. The mech is just like so much fun. It controls so smoothly. I was just sad we didn't get to play the level with the Waddle Dees in the cars.
Yeah, I think that's like the second or third world.
Okay. I haven't watched Derek's review because I don't want spoilers.
I think he doesn't show anything that's not in trailers. I don't think so. You know, that's good. But I've been keeping myself from, cause you want to know why? I'm afraid of related videos. Cause I'm sure if I like look up, I'm sure that if I look up stuff, then there will be a related video with the final boss in the thumbnail or whatever.
Yes, that's a good point.
Catherine,
I hadn't even thought of that.
Catherine, look, it's Fan.
I am I'm away from my desk.
Oh, Fan's dead. No more Fan.
No, Fan. Wait, I can see it on delay.
Oh, I got killed by Bugsy.
Fan. So cute.
Did you know about the secret harder challenge in the DDD boss rush tower?
What?
Okay, so when you're at the door for the boss rush tower, when you're at the door for the boss rush tower, there's like a little window at the top of the screen. If you go in there, the boss rush is a little bit harder, but you get a lot of extra lives at the end. And when they have the callback to that in Return to Dreamland, they keep that same secret. And I think you need to do it in order to get one of the gears.
This is in which game?
This game and in Return to Dreamland. And in the original Nightmare and in the original Kirby's Adventure as well.
I need to get this game at TMG.
Oh, it probably won't be too expensive.
No, I want to before I go to TMG, I want to look up like some prices for like, you know, so I have an idea of what I should expect to pay so I don't get scalped just
I should make a list as well for games I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But this game shouldn't be too expensive. It's not particularly rare. It's just the best way to play the first Kirby game. Because the first Kirby game, it has that annoying thing that a lot of Kirby games have, where like it has this bar on the bottom of the screen that takes up a lot of space for no good reason. And it also, because it's an NES game that tried to do a I mean, it looked good for an NES game, but there's so many sprites on screen a lot of the time, there's a lot of slowdown.
That's so funny for
I'm not sure if it's
a game
slowdown
like
or sprite flickering. Sorry, it's been a while since I played
Well,
Kirby's
I'm
Adventure.
thinking of Lagoon, and which is a really bad SNES game. And Lagoon has slowdown when multiple sprites are on screen, so you definitely can't have that.
Oh yeah.
And in Lagoon's case, that's like 2 enemies on screen, you get slowdown.
A good game that has slowdown is actually Demon's Crest, which is the third Gargoyles Quest game. It's a fantastic game, but a lot of the bosses are really intricate, so it causes a lot of slowdown as well. But yeah, that's a great game. I really like the first Gargoyles Quest too, but it's a lot simpler in design than Demon's Crest is, which in some ways makes it easier to play because it's less work, I suppose.
Is it at all similar in gameplay to Ghosts and Goblins? Since I know
no, not really.
Okay.
No, I mean it's still hard. There's similar aesthetics, but Demon's Crest actually plays a lot like Mega Man X in terms of structure.
Oh.
Like you've got multiple levels that you can go in pretty much any order. You unlock different transformations, which give you certain abilities. It plays more like Mega Man than anything. Like because you have Fire Breath that you can shoot. The things is that you have a Wall Cling and a Hover ability. That's what differentiates it the most. In terms of Ghosts and Goblins, it's basically just the aesthetics and nothing else.
Yeah.
I do need to watch that Ghosts and Goblins speedrun you were telling me about though, because that sounds really funny.
The one with all weapons?
Yeah, with all weapons. Because
Yeah.
imagine if you got stuck with like whatever that weird one that goes in like 50 different directions is.
Tri-blade?
Yeah.
PJ is surprisingly good with the Tri-blade. He's had way too much practice with it.
Yeah. Also,
It's bad.
I hate the torch too, so I was surprised to hear that there were a lot of torch strats.
Torch is PJ's favorite weapon. So if you guys don't know who I'm talking about PJ, who is a speedrunner, who's known for doing a bunch of games, but notably Ghosts and Goblins was one of the games he's done speedruns of multiple times for Games Done Quick. And his favorite weapon is the torch. And actually on his Twitch, if you subscribe to him, the subscriber emote is a little torch from Ghosts and Goblins. Or Ghouls and Ghosts. He plays Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Knife is still best weapon, but he can be wrong if you want. I mean, for a general playthrough, knife is the easiest weapon to use. So
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say he could beat that game probably several times over before you could.
I know. I'm sure he doesn't dislike the knife though, because it is.
No, he acknowledges it's a good weapon. It's just that he likes the torch a lot.
Why did he like the torch? Because one annoying thing about the torch is that if you miss, the fire will go like up in a pillar, and you can't shoot another one right away.
I know he's talked about it. I don't remember exactly what his rationale was for liking it so much. I think it's a combination of the flame kills things pretty well because the flame that's on the ground afterwards is really effective at so that's one big reason, I think.
Okay. This is the hardest cannon in the game. This one right here. I'm going to try it once. It just leads to like extra lives. So I'm going to try it once, and if I don't get it, no good. But thankfully there's no button in this level, so we can fuck that and keep on going. Kirby's Dream Land level! I find it really weird that Kirby's second game has a nostalgic throwback, like, already, like...
In the original, it did?
Yeah. Like, it went black and white and played green greens, too.
Nice.
I mean, it's more fitting for, like, 2001 when this game came out, but I mean, like, still. Come on. Second game.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, not counting spin-offs, what number was Kirby's Dream Land 3 released in the series?
Oh, gosh. Was it the fourth game?
No, it was the fifth game.
Oh, shoot, what am I...
Kirby's Dream Land 1, Adventure, Dream Land 2, Superstar, Dream Land 3.
I forgot about Superstar.
It's okay, because Superstar's not as good as Kirby 64. Hashtag blah 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 blah.
It's a good thing Nairman isn't here.
Oh, Ryan would just say I'm wrong and not have a reason. Because that's just what he does. Shh, don't tell Ryan I said that. He'll cut my pay again.
Again.
Oh no, I've been fired like 5 times this week. It's okay. They always come back. They can't go without me. So what are you cleaning right now?
Nothing right now.
Is it then? Are you breaking test tubes?
That's not me.
Who's doing the throw it on the ground with their test tubes?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Oh, are you ready for Hidden Moon Secret?
Yeah.
Did you get the Kirby's? Did you get the Triple Deluxe Moon Secret the first time?
Yeah, I noticed it. I was like, huh, I wonder what's up there.
Did you get both the? Did you get the real moon and the 8-bit moon?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 8-bit one was easy.
Yeah.
The 8-bit one was very obvious. The other one you had to kind of go up and to the left and then fly up. I was like, this is suspicious. I'm gonna fly, and then I saw the moon, and I was like, ooh, I know what to do.
Hiking DDD.
He's so cute.
He's also really big in this sprite.
Yeah, he's really.
I'm probably gonna die. King DDD is actually not a very hard boss fight, I say as I die. You just gotta be a little bit cautious. King DDD, you know what, I'm kind of glad that they just kind of dropped King DDD being a real villain, because I think he works better as a rival / goofy sidekick kind of character.
More of a goofy sidekick than a rival. I never saw him as really a rival.
Meta Knight's more of a rival kind of character.
Yeah.
He's so mysterious. Ooh.
Aw.
Wait, yeah, I got him. Okay. So, I'm only 5 minutes behind my record time. That's not bad.
Is that it? There's no final... Yeah. Oh, yeah, no final boss.
Yeah, you don't fight Nightmare. You end with, DDD.
Epic posing.
Yeah, in Superstar Ultra, you get Galactonite as your final boss. But anyway, since that was a pretty short stream, I'm going to try Boss Endurance again. I'm not going to expect to win Boss Endurance, because Boss Endurance is the hardest thing in the game. You have to be all 7 bosses plus Nightmare on life bar. So that's obnoxious.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I love that little picture though with all the bosses.
I don't think I've ever beaten Boss Endurance in Kirby 64 either. So.
Oh wow. I wouldn't get past the boss of, was it World 2?
Oh yeah. Oh, Kirby 64 World 2, yeah.
Geometry!
Catherine lost, 5 lives to Boss 2.
I was real bad at it.
Yeah.
I kept blocking with my face.
Yeah. You kept jumping into them is the thing. Okay, Wispy, you can stop dropping apples on me now.
You made him cry.
He was spitting at me, which was gross. Okay.
He was trying to feed you.
Is it the mic? Yeah. Okay, this boss is done. Actually, I don't think Mike does a full bar of damage, but close enough. Okay.
I love Mike.
My name is Mike. Okay, there we go. Alright, some bosses do give you powers, so that makes certain things a lot easier. Oh, damn it.
What was I gonna... when's E3, by the way?
Not next week.
Does it start, this week?
Not next week, but the week after.
Oh, it's late this year, isn't it?
Yeah, the week before Too Many Games.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Shine. No, wait, are you Mr. Bright? I don't remember.
I would think the sun is Mr. Shine, because the sun actually shines. And
yeah, but the sun is a lot brighter than the moon, so he should be Mr. Bright. Shine. The moon. Well, yeah, but it's not as bright though. Somebody look this up.
I will. I'm at my computer.
Wait, hold on. The moon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, when the moon drops, that gives you cutter. If you suck up the sun stars, then you get fire. I think it's Mole Digger is the 5th boss. He gives you He gives you hammer if you suck up his things.
What?
Yeah.
Mr. Shine is the moon and Mr. Bright is the sun.
Called it. It makes sense because the sun is brighter than the moon.
Huh.
And now you know.
I'm so...
Have you had... Has your whole life been a lie?
Well, no, I'm just quite confused.
Thor, Kirby...
They were apparently in a few games.
Yeah, they were in Kirby's Dream Course, which is a not very good golfing game. Okay, I'm gonna give this 3 tries total, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. So this is take 2. Just because I don't want to be here all night, because it could take me that long if I don't cheat. Because I mean, I am playing Virtual Console, so I can make a save state if I want, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, that would just drag things out.
Yeah.
Do you get any healing items?
Nope.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's tough. You see, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland / Kirby's Adventure is probably one of the harder Kirby games in its normal story, I should say. But it's extra stuff, while tough, is not as tough as some of the extra stuff in other Kirby games. Like, I don't think there's nothing True Arena hard in this, I would say.
Yeah.
You beat True Arena, though. Congrats.
I did beat True Arena. It took me a very long time, but I beat it.
Triple Deluxe True Arena.
Yeah.
Just for being specific.
Yeah. Archer spam.
How hard is Sectonia Soul? Just curious.
It would have been very hard if I weren't cheesing it with Archer, I think. Like the final boss, yeah, it would have been really hard. I mean, I cheesed it because I think it's really tough because like you don't know the pattern.
Oh yeah, you have to go through the entire thing again to get a second shot at the pattern.
Yeah, like you don't. I mean, it is a little. I mean, they did that in Superstar as well. Like Superstar Ultra, the True Arena there did a similar thing where there was like that final Uber boss.
Yeah.
That and I'm just like, I mean, obviously it's meant to be bonus content, but that's really hard for them to be like, oh, you've never seen this boss before, because a lot of Kirby bosses are pattern based. That's
especially if you lose your power and you have to deal with stars, shooting stars.
Yeah.
Because then you really have to pay attention to the pattern, because not only do you have to dodge the attacks, you have to be right on the money in order to get the stars to shoot them back out. And they disappear pretty quickly in some of the later fights. So.
Oh, yeah. That was a big problem with Sectonia.
Although Sectonia's final boss theme is fantastic. I believe it's Moonstruck Blossom. It is gorgeous. Have you taken the time to listen to the soundtrack more carefully?
No, I should.
Yeah, Triple Deluxe I think has one of the best soundtracks in the series. And I had never tried the Kirby Fighters mode before, so I was really happy to find out that the character select was a remix of one of the friendly battle one of the battle themes from Kirby 64, when I believe it was Waddle Dee was possessed. They used specifically that one, and it was great.
I like how you went from the boss that was really easy to hit with high jump to the boss that would be next to impossible to beat with high jump.
Yeah, this was the boss. Like, trying to do this boss with if you have a power, this boss is actually really easy. But if you're trying to do it with spitting out his missiles, it's obnoxious. So that's why I recommend getting hammer. But don't eat the red missiles, because that actually gives you sleep, which is bad.
Oh shoot! And it would auto scroll you right off, probably.
Unless if you got really lucky. Yeah, so I'm actually doing pretty okay. I'm on pace to... you have to get Sword for Meta Knight. DDD shouldn't be too bad, because if you hit him during one of his attacks, it'll stop the animation. So DDD shouldn't be too bad. It's going to be Nightmare that's going to be the hardest part of this.
Yeah.
Ugh. 2, 3. Got him! Okay, good. I'm really glad that I got through Meta Knight with no damage. Okay. Oh wait, it gave me back hammer for DDD. I actually wanted sword, but whatever.
Careful.
I don't know if I can beat Nightmare with only 2 hits though.
I mean, you got really far though.
Yeah. Oh damn it. Okay. Well, I know I said I'd do another. try, but that was if I died on like paint roller or something stupid. So I think I'm gonna call it a night here. So thank you everybody for joining us. I think that despite boss endurance kind of not going great, that was a decent redemption stream for my Meta Knightmare failings. Would you agree, Catherine?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Would this be where you tweet that kid at the computer thumbs up picture?
See ya. Sorry, that was. Yeah, the Brent Rambo gif
Is that his name?
is what it says in the corner.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this is quite Brent Rambo worthy.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just have to keep on working and make it there someday.
If it were, see, I was thinking I could give you the King Dedede gif.
Oh, the King Dedede swag? You mean like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Bye.